Hard to believe it's week 3 already of the high school football season, and of course week 3 of the final drive. This is the time where we start to see teams separate themselves, Jordan.
Yeah, Zach, usually this is around that right time where you find out what you're made of, and that was the case in our game of the week. Now, Waunakee kept its perfect start alive after squeaking out a win last week. Now the focus shifts to conference play, and the top-ranked Warriors get it going with a marquee matchup, taking on second-ranked Sun Prairie East. Now, with the offseason split moving the Cardinals to a different division and conference, that means there are new rivalries. Now, we're going to pick this one up after halftime. Warriors up 28-7. Cardinals looking to cut into that lead. Well, fourth down, they got to make something work, so they draw up a trick play to get that first down, but Waunakee's defense shuts it down real quick. Well, that was the theme of this game. Offense might have been on display in the first half, but defense takes over after halftime. Waunakee able to keep the undefeated streak going, winning this one 28-13.
Through 2 weeks, the Big 8 has only 2 teams 2-0, Madison Memorial and Janesville Parker. And after tonight, the conference will only have 1 undefeated team, with the Spartans and Vikings facing off for the first time since 2019. Memorial's won 8 straight over Parker. Vikings up 3-0 in the first, and they added to that lead in a hurry. Gavin Novak hits Caden Brandenburg in stride, and that man gone. 83 yards to the house. Just like that, it's 10-0 Parker. Now, same score just before halftime, and Brandenburg can't handle the snap. The Spartans dive on it. We're going the other way. 2 plays later, that turnover would lead to this. Camarion Parker gets to the outside and bowls his way in for 6. Memorial makes it 9 straight over Parker. They win 23-16.
Elsewhere in the Big 8, Verona with a huge win over Madison East, 53-6, and the Cardinals bounce back with a 55-14 win over Madison La Follette. Monroe is on a mission this season. Through the first 2 weeks of the season, the Cheesemakers have scored 12 touchdowns and almost 80 points, which has definitely earned them the #1 ranking in Division III. While as Monroe looks to remain undefeated, McFarland is still seeking its first win of the season. Now, visitor or not, it didn't take long for Monroe to get comfortable and find a rhythm. They're moving the chains early in that first quarter. Keaton Sweeney, he's going to take the next one the long way around to the end zone, and the Cheesemakers are first on the board, 7-0. Well, the Spartans doing what they can to slow down this game. Sometimes that's easier said than done. Back in the red zone in the second quarter, Sweeney barrels in to extend Monroe's lead. The Cheesemakers remain undefeated and post their second shutout of the season, 36-0 the final.
Well, last week we said the Capital Conference is one of the deepest leagues, not just in our area, but in the entire state. Here's some proof. Out of the 8 teams in the conference, 6 are undefeated and 4 are ranked in the top 6 in Division IV. Lake Mills and Edgewood, 2 of those teams, and they met on the field tonight. And how about this start for the Crusaders? Opening kickoff of the game, Mark Herring is going to field it, and the dude makes a house call. Herring runs it all the way back, untouched, to put Edgewood up 7-0. So Lake Mills was like, all right, well, how about scoring on the first play from scrimmage then? So on their first play, Ben Buckholz busts through the hole, makes a man miss, and then the timely cutback sets him free. The speed ties the game up at 7, but the Crusaders break that tie later in the first quarter. Ben Hansen sets his feet and chucks it deep to Herring, who goes up and gets it in between 2 L-Cats. Edgewood moves to 3-0 with a 49-35 win. Staying in the capital, Columbus moved to 3-0 with a 75-6 win over Bigfoot, and Lodi followed suit. The Blue Devils took down the Warriors of Lakeside Lutheran 21-7.
Broadhead Judah picks up a big win at Richland Center, 41-8, and Prairie du Chien edges Lancaster on their home field, 33-29 the final.
2 weeks in, and Belleville and Potosi-Cassville are looking like mirror images of each other. They're both ranked, undefeated. They've each given up 14 total points in 2 games while scoring at least 34 points in each contest. Tonight, the 2 high-powered offenses and dominating defenses met in Potosi. First quarter, Wildcats up 7-0. The Chieftains answer with that man, Eli Adams. He gets to the outside and ties the game up, but Belleville led 10-7 at the break and broke the game open in the third. Aiden Keys puts a deep dime on DeMarcus Connor, and that long pass would set up this. Keys to Andrew Ace, and you got Moss. Belleville stays undefeated with a 30-7 win. Other scores from teams ranked in our area: Marcus Ann took down Waterloo to move to 3-0. And how about this? Darlington went into South Wayne, took down Blackhawk Warren 53-14.